like to use my digital calendar program to help identify daily priorities, set aside time, and differentiate between projects or appointment types. I use Google Calendar, and I really like the interface of it. But most digital calendar programs will have the same capabilities, so you can apply these same principles. I'm going to show some of my favorite methods for organizing my calendar that help me manage my digital overload. When you look at my calendar, it might seem like quite a mess. There's a lot to look at, but I've organized it in such a way that I can include a lot of different types of information so I can make sense of it. The first thing I want to show you is that having multiple calendars can make your life much easier. On the left side of my screen, you can see my list of calendars. Some of these calendars are for personal use, some are for work use, and some are just for general information. All of these calendars on the top section are calendars that I created and can edit. There is also an area on the bottom which is where calendars are stored that I have access to view, which might be from colleagues or coworkers. I've created several different calendars for my own use so that I can easily turn them off or mute them from view with a single click. This makes it easy to compare calendars and make sure that I don't overbook, and it also allows me to focus on just one set of activities at a time if necessary. You'll notice that some of these calendars only contain all-day events. I use one of these calendars to keep track of travel and other events. I also use one of these calendars to identify daily priorities. That way, if I know that I need to spend the bulk of my day on Thursday working on a project for TechSoup, I can be quickly reminded of that before telling anyone else that I can work on their project on Thursday. And putting things like yoga on my personal calendars helps me remember not to book meetings too late in the day so I can still do the fitness activities I enjoy and that help me balance out my digital overload. I can mute these calendars when I don't need them so I can focus on actual appointments or other information. I have one primary work calendar that I use for all my appointments. Within that calendar, I use the color coding for specific events as well. I can assign each event a color. For example, green means that I'm delivering a training webinar or workshop of some kind, and orange means I have an appointment with a person. The color coding helps me remember what types of activities I have going on that day so I don't overbook myself. One of the colors, light blue, indicates when I've slotted time for a particular task or activity. In this week, you can see I've blocked out some big blocks of time, which are for larger projects. I've also blocked out some smaller blocks of time for meeting prep and project management. I have 2 specific times blocked off for email, one on Monday morning and one on Friday afternoon. I like to start and end my week with an email review just to tidy up my inbox and make sure I'm not forgetting anything. But in reality, I check my email a few times a day, usually as a break from big blocks of project work. You can use any type of color coding, naming, or multi-calendar system that works for you. The point is that your calendar can be a tool to manage your digital overload. These are just a few systems that I've tried that work for me. You can create your own rules. So what do you think? Could your calendar help you organize your time better and manage your digital overload? If so, here are a few things you can try in the next few weeks.